Hello viewers, welcome back to the SonarQube tutorial part 3. In this session, I am going to show how to integrate LDAP with SonarQube server for an authentication. So authentication can be done for the SonarQube in different ways, like local. So local, which means we can create the users inside the SonarQube and we can use those users for the authentication. And in the same way, you can go with the Active Directory. If it is an Windows platform, that would be very better. You can integrate with the Active Directory. If it is a Linux platform, mostly it would be a LDAP. So here we are gonna concentrate on the LDAP. So first of all, I am just logging into the SonarQube server by using the default credentials admin and admin. So once you logged into the admin SonarQube UI, you will find the administrative section. So here I am going to use version 6.0. This is my SonarQube server version. And if you come to the administrator, you will find the security tab. Here, if you in this drop down, you will get the users. So if you click on the users, here we have only one user that come default with SonarQube administrator. So ID is the admin and groups. So there are two groups by default. One is SonarQube administrators and SonarQube users. So if you want to create a users, you can create the users as many you want. Basically these users will be a local. So if you here in this section, we are going to discuss about the LDAP integration. So if you want to integrate the LDAP, first of all we need to have LDAP plugin inside the SonarQube. So you just click on the system drop down and then select the update center. So you can install, as we discussed in earlier sessions, we can install the plugins in two ways. Like one is from the update center and another one is manual installation. Manual installation is nothing but downloading the plugin manually from the internet and copying it to appropriate directory. So here we are using LDAP 2.1 version and which is compatible with SonarQube 5.6, which is the latest stable version, and later on version also be compatible with this plugins. So you can click on download, then you will get the jar file and copy it to the particular directory. So directory is like you can use into the Sonar home. So this is the Sonar home, and inside of that you will find the extension directory. Under that plugins directory. So if you do ls command, you will have the default plugins installed inside it. So once you are ready to install the plugin, you can go through the LDAP. If you have any proxies, then you won't able to do from the update center. You need to download and you need to copy it to the particular directory, plugins directory. So I'm just have a internet facility. I'm just clicking on the install. So install is pending and you need to restart the server to take the changes. So I'm just restarting the server. So whenever you are restarting, you can observe the log as well. So this is the log. We can use the tail-f and the log file, where our log file is. So this is the ongoing log. So you can observe in the backend what's going on for each and every second. Still the server is processing in the backend. So now it's up. Yeah, process is up. So that means our server is ready. Now we can do login again with the default credentials. If you see in the installed section, you will find the installed LDAP plugin over here in the list. So you can do the same from the command line as well. So our plugin got installed. Don't worry about the permissions as of now. I am running SonarQube under root user. So basically in the organization we'll use the different users or different groups for running the particular tools and services. So you need to change the permissions appropriately. If you are installing the plugin from the update center, no need to worry, because it will take care whoever the user running the SonarQube, those user will be applied as a owner. So you need not to worry about that. If in case any issues, then you can change the permissions for the users. Now we have done the first step, installing the plugin, and the second step is to configure the LDAP plugin to do the authentication. If we go to the section, documentation section, first thing is that installation, and then we have restarted the server. Then usage means we have configuration. So how the configuration will be in three kinds, like general configuration, then another is like group user mappings, nothing but a user configuration, then group mapping is nothing but the group related configurations. So in LDAP server, this is my LDAP server, and LDAP server main common name is manager. So this is nothing but the admin of the LDAP server, and DC domain nothing but a semforyou.com. So if you see the LDAP URL, ldap.semforyou.com, this is my LDAP server URL. Basically in our organization you will get it from the system admins. So if you do not know the details, complete details about the LDAP server, you just ask him and you will get it. So now LDAP configuration. So LDAP configuration part will have three parts again. So general configuration, user configuration, and group related configuration. So in this part, first of all, general configuration. So if you look at about the documentation, first one is Sonar security realm. So how you will this is going to talk about the how you will going to authenticate with the SonarQube, whether you are going to use LDAP or Active Directory or nothing. So by default it will be none. So Sonar security realm would be equal to LDAP whenever we are going to integrate with the LDAP. So this is what we did. Next thing is that Sonar security update user attributes. So attributes is we need not to worry about it, because it won't be supported in 5.6 and all these things. This is for older versions. And then next is like Sonar authenticator down case. So down case is nothing but it will be set to false. We need not to add this, because already it's in default mode, even if we won't set, because always user ID will be used in case sensitive. Here if we want to use in case sensitive users, that means lower and uppercase combinations of users, then we need not to worry about that. Then we can set it to true. If we want to use the exact, whether if it is as lowercase and uppercase, then we will go with the false. Even if you do not set over here, that will be by defaultly it will be false. Then we need not to worry about this value. And then LDAP URL. So LDAP URL is nothing but the URL of this LDAP server. So this is my LDAP server URL. Then LDAP.bindDN. BindDN is nothing but the how we are going to bind with the LDAP server. So binding should be happened to communicate with the server. So whenever we are doing the binding, there we require three values, which must be, one is common name. So common name is manager. This is nothing it's like a admin user. So we can use the admin or root, whatever we can say, that is depends on LDAP configuration, LDAP server configuration. So this is my DC semforyou, then come. So basically if you are using like semforyou.co.in, then it would be sem, then co, then in. So each unit will be separated by the DC. Next, LDAP bind password admin123. This is the password for the LDAP server. So LDAP URL, then bind DN, then bind password. So these are extra things. LDAP realm, those are the extra stuff. If you want, you can use those. And then user mapping. So if you want to map the user, then we required LDAP user based DN. So LDAP based DN will be constructed with the CN only, because all these users will be like, in our case all these are the users, UID equal to Raja, UID equal to LDAP Chandu. So all these users are available under people, OU is nothing but a organizational unit. So this organizational unit is available under DC equal to SCM for you, then DC equal to .com. So this is again available under CN, common name manager. So now we have to form the sequence how it has to be mapped. So if you come to here, then first CN equal to manager base DN, OU equal to people. So already we have given the general configuration, right? That means nothing but the server configuration. So under this one, so it will search for the OU, organizational unit people. So these are the common values for users and groups, and user request is automatically it will fetch the details for the logins using the UID equal to login. So this is a property, and the property can be fetched from the server. So these are the UIDs available under the people organizational unit. So in the same configuration which I have given here, base DN equal to OU equal to people, organizational unit equal to people. Under that we will have the several UIDs. So those will be available for the login. And then real name attribute equal to CN. So first of all it will go for this value. And then again email attribute is nothing but the mail. So CN is nothing but again, so particular whoever is logged into that particular SonarQube instance, those person needs to get his values, name attribute, that means nothing but a full name. So common name is nothing but a full name. So if you can see here, Chandu, so I am just clicking on Chandu, the common name is like Chandrasekhar Reddy, complete name. So that is nothing but you will get over here. So once you log into that, it needs to fetch the full name of the user and as well as the mail ID which has to be stored. If something is happened, there might be, will configure the notification. So if the SonarQube went down, we need to get notified. If some report has been uploaded into SonarQube server, then we need to get notified. So whenever user needs to get notified, we need to will communicate with over the mails only. So whoever is doing the login, from that user only that notification has to be sent. For example, I am not able to log in into them. Then if you want to try to reset the password, LDAP password, you can do it. Some kind of notification will get it. So group configuration. If you come to the group configuration, LDAP group base DN. So same thing you can find it in the user mapping and group mapping. So group mapping, first thing is property is like base DN. So base DN is nothing but again, so organizational unit. So organization unit is nothing but group, GROUP, not it's in a singular, not in plural. So group, and then it's a common thing. And then in the same property, request should be happen like this, using the unique group member, unique member and unique names. So if you look out the groups, then you will have this is developer is one of the group, and admin is group, and then tool is group, and some users. For example, if I click on Sanjeev, is a user, and this user would be particularly assigned to some group. So that group may be developers. So under the developers we'll have Raja and Sanjeev and these users. So once you come under the tools group, there is Vishnu and Vij. So these are the users available under the groups, in the different groups. So now if you see, look at about the Chandra and all these user, once we integrate with, we can use all these user to log in into the SonarQube. So once you log in into that, basically we'll have the administrator. So once we log in into the admin, with the admin we can able to create the permission templates, and we can map it to the particular user to particular group, and appropriate permissions whoever what needs to be done. So that is another concept. So first of all we'll concentrate on the integration part. So this is what we will use, and if something went wrong, we need to use the log level in debug mode. So debug level will give the complete clear picture how what's going on in the backend. So what I am doing is just like simply copying this all the snippet, and this snippet, I mean this complete configuration should be added into the sonar.properties file, so which is only the configuration file available for the SonarQube server. Mount ci runtime sonar slash conf, then you will have the sonar.properties file. So in this file you will have the database configurations, whatever the configuration that you want to do for the SonarQube, you can come and over here. Even if your company having the proxy servers, so you can configure the proxy as well. So now I'm done with the configuration section. So once I have done, I need to restart the server. So what I'll do is like just quitting from the log and SonarQube. I'm just going to check the status. So SonarQube is up and running properly. Now I'm just restarting the server. So it will take some time, right? So first it needs to turn off the all services. So services are stopped. This is a manual script which I have written. No need to bother about the colors and all. Starting SonarQube server. So whenever it says starting, that means we can observe in the log as well whether LDAP is integrating with the SonarQube server or not. So just keep a eye on logs. Okay, here you can see. Here you can say connection is on LDAP server. LDAP server is okay because we have given LDAP, and also users and groups will be mapped or not. You will come to know in the logs itself. Okay, now process is up. So that means we are good to go with the SonarQube instance. What I am doing is like just log out from the admin account which is local, and I want to use the login from the one of the LDAP user. So we'll go with the Chandu. So username is Chandu and the password is which has been already configured in the LDAP servers. So still working. Yeah, now we are able to log in. The complete common name Chandrasekhar Reddy, which we got it from the UID. So this is the common name we have got, and the mail ID also Chandu@. So these two values will come from the LDAP server. So if you go to the profile my account, then you will come to know the remaining details. Issues, project, notifications and security. So whenever you want to get notified, then you can check these boxes, and if you want to change your passwords or something else, you can go with the generate tokens and all this stuff. So as of now, this is the mail ID which we have got from the LDAP server. This is the UID, user ID, and this is the CN, common name. So if we will try with another user as well. So is the another user? Okay, we'll use Sanjeev. So login with Sanjeev, then the password. So now Sanjeev Kumar, this is the common name, right? So if you go to click on my account, you will come to know what is the what is the email ID and what is the UID and what is the common name. So all this stuff can be done from the, all these users can be fetched from the SonarQube. Whenever you are doing a login, so you will get the some runtime log here. So whenever you get a request, so automatically this is all about a single user. So our request and went, and our request was returning to the user. If you go in top section, you will find the LDAP integration, whether it's running or not, and all this stuff. So here the security realm LDAP started, and user mapping and group mapping has been done, and the LDAP testing the LDAP connection on LDAP server is okay. So if we got this okay, whether if it is okay, that means the LDAP server is able to connected from the SonarQube instance. If it is get fail, there might be wrong with your configuration. So you need to concentrate on the configuration part. So once you have done with the testing as well, if you sometimes you will get the LDAP connection is okay, but the user mappings and group mappings won't be happen in the proper manner. You will get the same output whenever you are trying to log in. You will get the authentication failed error. So in that case, you need to look at the user configuration. So what is your base DN? This might be the wrong, and this if you are not, I mean if the group configuration is wrong, then you might be done a mistake over here. So if these things are properly set, then users were able to communicate with the SonarQube using the LDAP authentication. So we have done with the LDAP integration with SonarQube server. Thanks for watching the video and have a nice day. So we'll see the next administrative parts in the next coming tutorial. Thank you. Bye.